COVID-19 regulations were pushed aside as residents took to the streets of Gouyave Sunday to vent their outrage over a police shooting of one of their own, Jamal Charles. With stricter penalties to be enforced on violation of protocols, head of the Community Relations Department, Superintendent Vannie Curwen, says exceptions were granted.
As you indicated, we have seen quite a number of persons that go off on over the weekend who were not wearing masks, who were not adhering to the 6 feet social distancing. But we understand that it was a protest, and in that case, of these rules were set aside. It doesn't necessarily make it right. But we understand that going forward, though, as the country opens up, as the curfew is now lifted, we do expect that a number of activities will take place.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Jesmond Prince explains that generally people will be fined for not wearing their mask and has 31 days to make payment. The minimum fee is $500 and a maximum of $1,000 if found guilty in court.
In the past, there were no penalties for failing to comply with some of the guidelines that were issued. In this week coming up, we will see that being a little more forceful by way of making them punishable by ticket. So you will be seeing, and we will be engaging again further with some of the stakeholders on this matter, just to ensure that there's no one left in understanding that as we go forward, those will become more forceful in terms of the application.
Bus operators also have the backing of the law to put any passenger off their bus for failure to wear their mask.
There is no provision for a person not wearing a mask on the bus with other persons wearing the mask on the bus. So you have to comply with that. Failure to do so will result in you being ticketed, and also the bus operator making a determination to have you disembark. And we are even bringing this further and making it now regulations that if you were forced out of the bus or asked to disembark the bus, having paid your fare to get to where you want to get, and middle in the route you fail to observe or practice all of these protocols, and having to be asked to disembark the bus, the possibility exists that you can forfeit the fare that you would have paid.
The lifting of the curfew is not the lifting of restrictions in all spheres. Deputy Commissioner of Police Franklin Redhead addressed this aspect.
While the curfew has been lifted, there has been no lifting of the restrictions on social gathering. The number remains 20 for any kinds of social gathering. So things such as barbecues, street jams, major shows and so forth has not been approved as yet because of the fact that obviously they would exceed the stipulated limit of 20 persons. So while there is some easing of restrictions, some restrictions remain to ensure that we mitigate further spread of the infection.
Christina John, GBN News.